Okay. My name is King Sanchez, and this is my presentation on natural gas, or also natural gas products, because this is basically a product about natural gas and also how natural gas is processed down from as soon as you reach the oil well to your vehicle and or household products. Okay, as you may know, we use gas on a daily basis. You use it, I use it, and to be honest, we have it everywhere. I need like a script or something in front of me. Alright, natural gas. As you may know, we use gas on a daily basis. You use it, I use it, and to be honest, we have it everywhere. And we almost don't really think about how much, besides how much it's going to cost to flip your vehicle. Because I mean, everybody looks at their vehicle and just looks at the gas prices and just like, man, this sucks. And everybody just blames Putin. But anyway. But has anybody even ever thought about like how it would even get to your vehicle in the first place? Like where it even started? So that's where we're going to start off today. And this presentation will be available via, you already saw this. Okay, I guess I'll put it at the very beginning to where you can either look at the presentation first or look at me first. I'm pretty sure you're going to pick the presentation because you guys don't want to look at this thing talking about a presentation, but at the same time, it's a bit more interesting than everybody else's. But you know, I swear, if I find somewhere with an even more interesting presentation than mine, I am gonna be a very angry man, okay? Or furry, I don't know. But anyways, everybody has their ideas on what exactly gas may be called, or gas, oil, stuff like that. The teacher calls it, Miss Russell, that she calls it petroleum, which, it does kind of make sense. You've heard it that way, but the way that it's actually said, or like the actual name for it, is right down here, unconventional natural gas. That is what it's called at the very beginning, as soon as it enters the pipe, or as soon as it even starts, or whenever it's in its own very pocket underground, like, from the dinosaurs. That is whenever it's called unconventional natural gas, before it's even extracted and refined. This did take okay, don't quote me on this, but this did take me a long time to do, so to be honest, I'm just like really excited to do this. Because obviously I could just do a normal presentation, but where's the fun in that? Come on, where's the fun in doing like a normal presentation ever? You can do it in here, in the VR world. Yes, you see where I'm going with this? It's gonna be a lot better. Okay, anyways, that's why I decided to nickname it UNG, mainly because it's nice, short, and simple, and I don't have to, length it out. But basically, there are many types of UNG and how it is refined. Here lists a couple of the following. We may only get through a few, because we only have a couple of slides, and this is supposed to be a short presentation. This video is going to be quite a while because I talk a lot. Sorry. But anyways, we have oil and condensate removal, oil and condensate removal, sulfur and carbon dioxide removal, glycol dehydration, solid discant dehydration, separation of natural gas liquids, NGL extraction, the cryogenic expansion process, natural gas liquid fractionation, water removal, and the absorption method. These are all processes that we can use to refine our oil whenever you get it. And we're not able to describe all of these, as I said, on the slides. So if you do want to actually look at all these and see how each and every other one of them works, then feel free to look at this link that is on the Google slide. Be my guest. Here are two ways that you could refine the oil. We would use a third, maybe even fourth, but like I said, we're not going to be able to get through all of these, and I'm sorry about that. I really am. But to be honest, this worked for me, so yay! Yay! Anyways, oil and concentrate removal. There are many ways we can separate oil from natural gas. Oil and natural gas may be very easy to separate. Sometimes. Only sometimes it may be very easy to separate. Since it has been under immense pressure from all the sediment and rock, from the dinosaurs, or from, back when the dinosaurs died, it's been million years ago. How old the earth is. Basically, all that rock and all that sediment has been putting a lot of pressure on the oil, which is condensing it very, very tightly. So as soon as you're able to reach down in there with a drill and you're able to poke and prod at that dang thing, then obviously oil is going to start spewing out like it's no time tomorrow. So whenever it starts spewing out, basically you can demonstrate that as a can of soda. You know, as soon as you open the soda, it fizzes, and you know, it makes a loud pop, and all that carbon comes out. You know, all that good stuff that makes it all fizzy. Yeah, all that carbon comes out, and you can use that to separate the gas from the oil. That's one easy way to do it, but it will only do that sometimes. Only sometimes it will do that. It won't do that all the time, which is why you have to use more conventional ways of doing it, like water removal, and or some of the others that we've listed in the previous slide. Now there is one other way to do it, using a conventional separator, in which it allows gravity to carry down the heavier liquids and separate them using a simple closed tank. So basically, you know how gravity goes, you know, it just goes down like a little slide, the heavyer's on the bottom, lighter's on the top, you know how it goes whenever you're using oil. Okay, like, you know, with oil spills, whenever they happen out in the sea, you know how they use something to wrap around the oil. I don't know exactly what it's called, but use it as an example. Oil is heavier than water, so water makes it float. Well, no. Oil is different than water. I think it's like a different type of mixture. So basically it's always on top of the water, so they just use like this big thing to go around it and just drag it away, or drag it closer together and use like a giant sponge. That's what they do whenever there's an oil spill out at sea. So you can use that as an idea for a simple closed tank or a conventional separator. That's literally what they do. Now down here there's water removal. Now when separating oil, there may be a wet gas stream. A wet gas stream has lots of water and condensate. If you would want to reclaim the little bit left of oil from the wet gas stream, basically what you would do is that you have absorption or adsorption, which are two kind of similar things, but they're not the same thing, even though they sound extremely similar, but they're not the exact same thing. Now what you would have to do is you have to dehydrate the natural gas, and like I said, there are a couple ways to do that: absorption or adsorption. So basically you would dehydrate the natural gas, how you would condensate the gas, kind of like how steam comes out from like a teapot. You have to condensate that, and that's how you would get water. Well, you would do that with gas instead, and instead of water, well, you would get water, and that would get all the water out of the oil, and also, you know, gas. Get all the water out of the gas and oil. So that's using the water removal technique. Now absorption is whenever dehydrating agent is applied to the water vapor. So like I said, that's what makes it, you know, condensate faster. Now adsorption is whenever water vapor is condensed and collected on the surface of oil and gas. Basically, you know how oil spills, how I said earlier. Now next slide. Yay. I'm doing my work after school, Miss Russell. Are you proud of me? Okay, so now that you know the many ways of how oil would usually be extracted, now it's about time that we look on how it is exactly given to you or taken to your normal field, like your house or, you know, local gas station, or I should not say that word, because this is a school presentation, or Walmart. I don't know. I ran out of ideas. But okay, pretty much what it goes through. Oh, fuck, I gotta start all over here again. Okay, so basically it comes from oil and gas wells, or just gas wells. It gets separated, like I said, into oil and water. It's vented and flared. It goes to a gas processing plant where it removes the bad products that are not needed, and nanohydrocarbon gases are removed. Basically the gases that are not needed for oil and or gas, but vented and flared. That's what happens back here. Now it goes to a compressor station where it compresses it down tighter. It can either be sent to mainline sales, which basically are the main line sales. It's exactly what it sounds like. It gets sent to the gas stations, more or less. That's where it goes to your vehicle for like trucks, cars, dump trucks, stuff like that. That's the mainline sales. Now, or there could be an underground storage reservoir, which is exactly what it sounds like as well. Underground storage reservoir is exactly what it sounds like. It holds a lot of refined oil and gases. Over here, a compressor station just compresses it back down and goes to the mainline sales, or the odorant. Now this odorant, you may have smelled it before, and your parents may have been like, oh shoot, we got a gas leak, we gotta call the fire department, or whoever you call, the police, I don't know. Or no, you would call people like us who do HVAC and do gas line work in case you have a gas leak. I know this type of stuff. So basically the odorant gets sent to the natural, because after odorant is applied to the gas, it would go to the natural gas company, because we're talking about, like, the mainline sales are gas and oil for vehicles. This type of odorant, this type of gas that's going through the odorant, is the type of gas that's going to be delivered to your home, more or less. You know how whenever you turn on the stove, if you have a gas stove, or like a wood furnace, not wood furnace, what am I talking about? A gas furnace, yeah, like a gas furnace, yeah, like a gas furnace, or a gas water heater. That's what it's going to. And whenever you have a gas leak, you can smell that. Now an LNG storage, LNG storage tank is a storage tank for liquefied natural gas. They can be found in the ground, above ground, or in LNG. Big containers, or big boats, basically boats that are going to different places to sell the gas and or deliver it. The consumers are power plants, warehouses, buildings, and or homes. And I think that's it for my entire presentation, I hope. Well, I mean, it better be. And these are the links that I have listed, or did I not list them? Yeah. These are the links that I've used. I've only used a couple because they were actually very helpful in my needful adventure to do this. We have just 3. Now, thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation. I hope you guys found this enjoyable, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Thanks for listening. Bye. Thank you.